Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lanice. I'm a nurse and I do these cool little nursing videos. If you're not new here, hello. Thank you for tuning in to another video. I'm sure you've seen this outfit before, but this means I'm getting ready to go to the gym after I record this video. And but anyways, hello, thank you for tuning in to another video. Today, of course, will be another nursing video because that is what you guys seem to really like. So today, I guess it will be an update video, and it will also be a video telling you guys how I'm trying to make as much money over the summer. However, I had to stop traveling. I loved the money from traveling. However, I did have to stop traveling due to my own personal situations, life circumstances. And so now that I'm back here in North Carolina and I'm back working for my original job, I'm gonna tell you guys how I'm gonna try to get to the bag this summer, because I still got to go to Jamaica. I still got an RV trip with my family and I still need to make some money. So I'm going to tell you guys how I'm going to try to make as much money as I can this summer as a staff nurse, while also remaining happy and making my own schedule. So if that's what you want to hear about, if that's what you're here for, honey, go ahead and tune in to the rest of this video, because I'm gonna go ahead and get straight to it. But before I do, I ask that you please like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification if you are interested in getting more content. I do nursing and lifestyle content. If you're interested in those two things, please hit the notification button so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you know someone that's into nursing, please share the video. I need the subscribers. I appreciate all 1,133 of you guys, but I need to get to 1 million, so that's the goal. So I need you guys to share me. So anyways, so I don't ramble too much, I have my notes and I'll go ahead and get started and get straight to the point. All right, so just some quick things to let you know. If you see me throwing something, it's because my dog has to play every 5 seconds. So I might throw his toy just to keep him entertained, because if not, he will start barking and we don't want that. So I just wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way. If you're new here, you wouldn't know that. Come on, what is up with this freaking super focus? Why is it focusing over there? Sorry. Okay, so first, I want to go ahead and give you guys an update with where I am now. I am currently back in North Carolina. Like I said earlier, I am no longer traveling. I had to stop traveling because it just does not work out for me. It didn't work out for me. So my last contract ended the end of May, and that facility had a lot of transitions going on, so they were actually preferring local travelers to travelers from out of town. Anyways, long story short, they were not renewing contracts, and so I was not able to get another 8-week contract. I wanted to do another 8-week contract because my family, we were taking a 10-day RV trip in July, which I will totally film for you guys if you would like. And I was having a hard time either finding an 8-week contract or finding a 13-week contract that would allow me to take 12 days off of work. So I kept running into issues where, since the market right now is so saturated with travelers, there are a lot of people who don't even need to take time off for the summer. There are a lot of people who are like, yeah, I'm gonna get this bag, I'm gonna get this bread while it's here, and I don't need any days off, which made them look way more appealing than me, who needed 12 days off the contract, even though I was willing to put those 12 days onto the end of a contract just to get them off. Anyways, I had a very hard time finding a contract, and since it's already June, the end of June, and I never found a contract, I just went back and worked for my PRN job. So currently I am working PRN with my company, with my hospital that I have been working with since I got my RN in 2020. I've been there, July will make 2 years now. So that is where I am. But how I'm going to get to the bag as a PRN worker is what I kind of want to explain to you guys today, because there are ways to make money as a PRN worker. So what we'll talk about is, 1, why you can make money, or how you can make money as a PRN worker, and 2, why I love being PRN so much. And then I will tell you guys what my next step is. Because I actually did get a new job, but I just won't be starting until August due to the trips I have. So to tell you a little bit about PRN, to kind of give you an idea of what stipulations are there, what rules you have to abide by whenever you're working PRN. With my job, in order for me to remain PRN, I have to work 3 days out of a whole 6-week track. Piece of cake. 3 days, that's it. I have to work 3 days out of a 6-week track, and I also have to work 1 major holiday and 1 minor holiday, which sucks, but my job isn't really too pressed about that. Last year I worked New Year's night, so I still got to party for New Year's Eve, rested on New Year's Day, and then I went to work the night of New Year's, and that counted as my major holiday. Perfect. And then I didn't have to work a minor holiday because I didn't start going PRN until August of last year. So that is all I have to do to remain PRN. So the reason why there's so much money in making PRN is because, one, of course, you're not getting any benefits. So you're going to automatically be paid more because you aren't getting any benefits. And then also your checks are going to be more because you're not having to pay for health insurance. You're not having the 401k taken out of your check. Now, if you need all that, honey, PRN is not the thing for you. This is very temporary for me, but it's going to get the job done. But another reason to add on top of you not having to, to add on top of you not having to pay for those benefits, you also get paid incentive pay before you would as a full-time worker. So let me give you an example because I'm an example person. Right now, as a PRN worker, my job, we're only offering double time right now. That's the only incentive pay that they're offering right now. Normally, we also have tier pay on top of double time, which is where the big bucks come in. But since we're just working with double time right now, I'll explain that. So my job is offering double time right now. For full-time nurses, in order to get double time, you can only get double time whenever you get to your overtime hours, which means double time only will count for you as a full-time nurse if you work 36 hours. Anything over 36 hours, instead of getting time and a half, they'll give you double time right now, which isn't too terrible. But why do I have to work overtime in order to get double time if I'm busting my ass and I'm giving you 3 days a week? Like, I'm here for you, I got your back. Like, that's trash. We won't go there right now though. So as a PRN worker, I get paid double time anytime I work more than 36 hours in a 2-week period. So for example, this week I went to the first week of the pay period, I'll go to work for 3 days. That's at regular pay, which to me is pennies after traveling, but we won't go there. But anything after those 36 hours, I get double time. So if I work 8 days in a 14-day pay period, 5 of those days I'm getting paid double time because I'm PRN. So I only have to work 36 hours in one pay period to meet my quota for double time. Now, we will not get into incentive pay because that'll start making it confusing. But when they start offering more incentive pay on top of that, that's where some more big bucks come in. So on top of, here we go with this focusing crap. So on top of me making more money as a PRN worker, what I really love about PRN, y'all, and what is really making me not want to stop working PRN is the fact that I get to make my own schedule. In these hospitals right now, I hate to say it, I actually like my job, but these hospitals right now are so desperate that I don't tell my manager what days I'm going to work till Sunday. On Sunday, I sit down and I figure out what days I want to work this week. And those are the days I go to work. I don't have to tell her 6 weeks in advance. I don't have to commit to her, 2-4 weeks in advance. No, I commit to you the day before. If I feel like going to work tomorrow, I'll text my manager, say, hey, I'll be there. If I don't hit them up. So that's what I absolutely love about PRN. So anyone out there that's trying to become a nurse entrepreneur or spend more time with their family or take vacations over the summer, that is very beneficial because you don't have to commit to a job. Whereas if you're traveling, you have to commit to being there those days during the contract. If you're a full-time worker, you have to have PTO in order to get days off for your vacation, or you have to plan ahead or find somebody to switch weekends with you if you want to do something on a certain weekend. Like, nah, you don't have to worry about that when you're PRN, and that's the beauty of it. So one thing that I actually find to be beneficial about working PRN that some people might actually hate is that since I am PRN and I do wait to the last minute to tell my manager, hey, I'm gonna go to work, I kind of get floated a lot. And that's because they didn't plan on me being there. So they might not necessarily need me on my floor that I'm so used to working. So they kind of just float me to different floors. But I find this to be a benefit because I don't get tired of being around the same people, working with the same people all the time. I don't get annoyed. And then I also, some floors are a lot more chill than the floor that I work on. So some days I go to work and I'm surprised, like, and it's a good surprise because I get to go to the easier floors. Every floor in the hospital just about is easier than the floor that I am staffed to. So I go to work and they're like, oh yeah, you go to joint camp, which is like the surgical floor. And I probably get one new admission the whole day, maybe two, but it's just so chill down there. That's like, you're happier. It's like a lighter mood down there. The nurses down there are, you know, just different. It's like it's a whole different vibe down there. It's not the stress of the cardiac floor. And so I kind of like getting floated to different floors because like I said, I don't get tired of seeing the same people. I don't get into the politics of the floor or find, you know, if I overhear anybody talking about anybody, I'm able to keep to myself and kind of blame it on the fact that I don't know nobody. You know, like, but really it's just because I don't really want to deal with anybody. Like, I really just want to chill over here in my little corner at my little computer in the back and worry about my patients and not interact with people. And it just works for me. So I kind of enjoy being floated to different floors. So I never complain about that. And another thing that I love about PRN is I not only get to make my schedule and tell them when I want to work, but I also tell them for how long I want to work. If I don't want to work a full 12 hours, I'm not going to work a full 12 hours. And I basically can work if I want to work 8 hours, I will. If I want to work 2 hours, I will. I work whatever hours I want to work. Like, so for example, on Tuesdays, I'm supposed to meet with my running group, but I still wanted to go and get some hours on Tuesday. So I said, hey, I'll work from 7 to 4. You know, I'm not working from 7 to 3, or I'm not working from 7 to 7 or 7 to 11. I work from 7 to 4, and they're like, glad to have you. Glad to have you. So I'm just like, I love that about, like, when I tell you I have the absolute freedom working PRN, like, I'm not exaggerating when I say I really love working PRN. Like, I hope my job doesn't see this and see how much I love it and try to, like, take it from me or something. But so I like that. I really like that about being PRN. And I think that the fact that I'm in a better mood when I'm there and I don't have to deal with them if I don't really want to deal with them puts me in a better mood. I feel like they appreciate me more because I'm a better nurse, because I'm a happier nurse. And I don't think people understand how important it is to have a happy nurse, because on the days that I go to work and I'm stressed and I don't want to be there and I'm not a happy nurse, it takes a lot to put a little pep in my step, and I'm kind of short with patients sometimes, or, you know, that I just don't feel like I give them all that I got. So, you know, I just feel like I'm all around happier. So to me, those are the benefits of working PRN. And not only are they all great benefits, I think we're all here to just, you know, understand that working PRN right now is probably how you actually make the most money as a nurse right now if you're unable to travel, getting you a PRN gig at your local hospital, if we're talking about hospital nursing here. Now, I will say that there is one downside if you are used to traveling. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the screen here, but I need to look here. If you are used to traveling, going back to staff nursing, I don't care what you do, I don't care how many days you work, it's going to put a dent in your pocketbook, as my grandmother says. It's going to put a dent in your pocketbook, and you are used to making all that money. I'm not going to front. But me personally, I don't necessarily have to make travel nurse money in order to live a comfortable life. I was living very comfortably before I went and became a travel nurse. Like, I don't feel like I was paid my worth, especially seeing that travel nurses get paid so much and they have the ability to pay nurses more. But I won't say that I was out here, you know, destitute or whatever the word is. I'm sure that's not the word, but like, you know, like, I wasn't living poorly. You know, I just had my own life circumstances to where taking a travel nurse contract in Texas was actually better than bringing my daughter here last year. So that was really the only reason I traveled. The money was just an added benefit. It was like the cherry on top. So, you know, depending on how comfortably you have to live, you know, or you want to live, PRN may not be for you if you are traveling. But I will say that, not to toot my own horn, but I'm a very, like, I see stuff before it happens. And I don't mean in like a psychic kind of way, but I mean like I'm able to, like when it comes to like technology and different things like that, I'm able to kind of like, I'm always been kind of ahead of the game. And I if you know me, then you understand what I'm saying, but if you don't, then you might think I sound crazy. But I foresee travel nursing to become, I foresee it, since it's so popular right now, and of course the rate, they say the rates will still go back up towards the end of the year during flu season. I still foresee it coming down a notch. I see a lot of people who are going to hop on this PRN wave, and I'm glad that I got in before the wave comes. I think PRN is going to be the next wave, and that also leads me to my new job that I want to tell you guys about. So I have been applying to remote positions, and I was applying to like case manager positions. However, I did get to like the second round of interviews and I never got a call back. So I did not get that job, but that is what I'm leaning towards. That's what I'm trying to do, but we'll talk about that later, y'all. If you guys are interested in remote positions, I'll talk to you guys. We can talk about them because I've done a lot of research on them. But my new job currently, I am staying with my hospital, and I will be a float pool nurse, which is how you really make the big bucks if you want to be a staff nurse and get benefits and make some money. So I will be a float pool nurse. That's actually a $15 an hour increase. And like I said, I like floating because I don't want to see the same people every day. I don't want to do the same thing every day. And I want freedom. And float pool, I think, is actually going to be the move for me. So meet your new float pool med surg nurse. Cheese! Yeah, so that's what I'll be doing. I don't start until August, and I am super excited because I'm going to see a lot more. I'm going to learn a lot more. I'm going to be on so many different floors. So learning and seeing new things is very exciting things to me. So I'm excited about it. And like I said, that's really how you make the big bucks, being a PRN float pool nurse. Y'all, I'm telling you. And another thing, one more thing before I go, because I do have an interview at the hospital that I had a contract with last. These hospitals are starting their own travel agencies, kind of like a super float pool, where they pay you $70, $80. One hospital here in Charlotte was willing to pay nurses $150 an hour, $100 to $150 an hour, but you don't get benefits. It'll be just like if you were a traveler, but you're here in Charlotte. So they're creating their own agency. So y'all, I'm telling you, keep your eyes peeled. I'm telling you, I know the future. I know what the future holds. I'm just very good at predicting the future. So y'all better start listening to me, and you better start spreading the word, passing my videos around, because y'all gonna be like, oh my God, Lanice said this in one of her videos. I'm like, try to tell y'all. But anyways, I'm running out of memory. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you guys like this video. Peace.